Why will I be so foolish and go to hell? If you look at the book of Matthew 7, 13 and 14, Matthew 7, 13 and 14, the Bible makes it very clear that the way to hell is wide, the way to heaven is narrow. And that curse released on David is working in many lives till today. The Bible says, behold, I will raise up evil against thee out of thine own house. And the house we are talking about here is in 2 dimensions. There's a house that refers to the family, the compound, the place where you come from. The people who will hit you most, the people who are likely to attack you most, they are from that family. And then the second house we're talking about is your body. Apostle Paul says something. He said, many people desire to do good, but they find themselves doing evil. That's why he said, I am who I am, entirely by the grace of God. Beloved, it's easy to sit in judgment against David's behavior. But let me tell you this. Every man has a weakness. Every man has a weakness. And when I say man, including women. And the devil knows your weakness. Because it originates from him. And it is that weakness he'll be waiting to use to prevent you from making heaven. For many, their weakness is to tell lies. For many, they just can't say the truth exactly the way it is. For some, their weakness is their eyes. As a matter of fact, if you want them to make heaven, the quickest solution is to take away those eyes from them. And the Bible recognizes it. That's why the Bible says, if your eye will not allow you to make heaven, what did it say you should do? Pluck it out. Some men are like that. Once there's anything in scare going, even if they are driving, they are looking. Some people, it is food that is their weakness. Once they perceive the aroma of food, they forget 20 days of fasting. They have in their heart started mixing the food with something else. You know, in those days, there's a man, he says he uses the aroma of his neighbor's food to drink garri. What makes this weakness very strong is that you discover you simply cannot walk away from it. And you know that weakness is leading you to hell. Beloved, you need to make a honest and heart-rending confession today. You must tell yourself the brutal truth. Every sin can be classified into 3 categories. If you say you have overcome the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh is waiting for you. If you say you have overcome the lust of the flesh, the pride of life is waiting for you. It is the pride of life that makes you say, that man irritates me, that man annoyed me. That's why I said what I said. It's pride. Because if that person were to be your superior, who is far bigger and greater than you, and says you are a fool, you say, thank you, sir. That's not what I said, though. I said, to let you know that you are just sensitive because the person is perceived to be lower than you. If a bigger person should say you are a fool, because that person is big and mighty and strong, bigger than you, you will say, thank you, sir. It's true, I'm a fool, sir. I know some of you will say it's not true. But when you see a police officer holding a gun at a checkpoint and he irritates you, you will be a foolish person to be angry with him. He has been in the sun all day. You can see him very angry. He says, bloody civilian, come out of your car. You say, thank you, sir. But if somebody you perceive junior to you, lower than you in status, should tell you that there's no sense in what you are doing. No. Before the guy finishes, backhand has landed. Wow! That is pride of life. Many of us, the devil knows these weaknesses, and he makes us to believe that we have no weakness at all. And without accepting that you have that weakness, you cannot gain victory over the weakness. To come out of it, you must hate that weakness, and you must seek for help from the one and only one that can give you victory over that weakness. Number 2, you must make sure the circumstances that foster that weakness to prosper in your life, you must avoid them. And number 3, you must confide in your spouse, somebody close to you, that this is my weakness. So that when you see me going in that direction, pull me back. The weakness of Moses was anger.